Sorry. Alrighty. What are we doing? What's going on? All right. Are we hot dropping or no? Well, seems like 2 of AK. Wait, what? Did 2 of AKA not make it in? Oh, wow. Okay. Nah. All right, so miscommunication. I guess they're going to like Long Hill or Feng Fun. Well, talk about... Oh. It doesn't even touch the circle. And I totally missed a hot drop. Wait, where the heck was it? Oh, my lord. Okay. Well, there was finally a hot drop, and it is going to be Godlike versus France. H2N, and ooh, all right, well, he peeks around, but LFP is going to find the nice trade, and it was a good effort from him, at least getting 1 knock, but the rest of France is absolutely not absolutely nowhere to be seen, but it's actually just down to RSK. He was going to try to get the heck out of there, but they did spot him. Is there a vehicle in this garage? Oh, that's not a garage. What am I talking about? Where are they trying to go? Where is he going? Well, they know he's around here somewhere. Liquid trying to go early to Tooling probably. They don't know exactly where he is, but I can also see them just immediately trying to burn chips. They might assume that he's kind of gone, but they should be wary of it. You know, don't take any risks. He only has 30 bullets, so it's not like he can... Oh, sorry, 30 bullets. Jeez. Why the heck did I not say that he had 90? He has 90 bullets, so he is actually able to take a couple of engagements, but he does not want to move. He doesn't even want to scope in because that's going to give away his position. Actually, Liquid could probably like float over here and then grab some vehicles. Might do that. But we'll give it some time. RSK. Ooh, Fana. Careful, my friend. Oh, Fana. Fana. You can see on like the body language. Oh, he's gonna die. Well, RSK is gonna go ahead and find Fana, and well, at least they get 1 point. But now it's gonna be a 3v1, and we will see what France has to offer. I mean, they can hear everything. They're gonna throw a couple of nades in there. Beautifully cooked. Haven takes it down, and that's going to be a relatively easy res. I mean, they're probably going to go here. That makes the most sense. Other than that, I don't think that we have any other action going on. Birdie Curdy is going to go over towards Jadena to try and secure a vehicle. There should be one along here. There we go. There's one. And there's another. So... Birdie's going to go ahead and definitely grab one of those, but I think the rest of his team is over. Never mind. Cowboy actually has to be kind of careful. It's right over here, but... Or I guess that's ALO. I was going to say, there was one of the teams that was kind of close to here. There they are. Ooh, he's got to be really careful. It's a relatively quiet vehicle, so maybe that might help him, but... RBN... found in flush Posa. I didn't even expect it. Oh, well. No way, though. They have no way to know that Liquid... Okay. They have some way of knowing that Liquid was here, but it's whatever. You know, it's comments. You know, casting. This is what I do. Alrighty. But I'm amazed. I thought that Circle had to touch, but I guess they got rid of that a while ago. It's just like always has, because it's just most common. So... They're not going to go for that. I mean, we've seen this end, like, over here multiple times. Which, like, mathematically it shouldn't really happen, but it's been happening a lot. Okay. Tell me I'm wrong. Maybe it's Rondo. Or maybe it's me. But I feel like Rondo has some of the most common circles. Like, Before, it was always north of test track. Then it was kind of like over here, which is still pretty common. And then we've seen like a couple over here. But I feel like they're very rarely any other places, really. Like, it's one of those three. All right, shit boy. I know you're telling people to back off. That you're very strong and you have a Tommy gun. And that everyone should be afraid of you. All right. Well, Dave's saying, hey, I have a Tommy too. The most comments was, I can do it too. That's hilarious. I love it. The banter. This is NA. That's NA. That's just classic NA right there, I feel like. I love it. It's great. A little bit trolly, but also like... Oh my gosh. So even though shots do ring out, I mean, no one... Ooh, hold up. No one really expects anything to happen. But Bestia's Pippa very close to going down. As he tried to get close to No Way, and No Way said, no way, Jose. That's such a bad joke. I'm so sorry. Where did No Way, Jose come from? Well, DraftKings gonna get taken down by Flood, and Rock and Bestia still just kind of dueling a little bit, but Bestia so far has just kind of been on the wrong end of things. 'Cause that's... Oh, I was about to say that's 3 down, but I forgot that they had a coach in there. And Kraken actually has to be careful because Copenhagen is kind of crashing onto him. That was a good bait. I think they spotted him at the last second. Good shot from Kraken coming out on the Snankers initially. Finds a second. Unable to find anything after that first 2. Kraken has to be careful. Vox hitting him once, but gets returns the favor in an unkind way. And I think Godlike are still coming their boy back in, so I think he'll come in on the next one. But Gladiator, I was going to say, Stokely, he was a bit late on it, and he is just between 2 of the same team. So he's going to go down. Should be an easy flush for him. No issue with that. And Injected, there's no way that they can really do anything about that. So poor man is going to get run over. But honestly, I got to give props to Injected. Injected have been doing incredibly well, and they are some of the best new talents coming in from NA that I've seen. Because, I mean, like, everyone else we've kind of seen. Injected, there was one other team. There's Affinity. Was there another one? I feel like Affinity and Injected have been the 2 new teams that have done incredibly well, and I definitely want to give them a shout out because they deserve it. I feel like there was one other one that I'm, like, totally forgetting. But yeah, I want to give massive props to them. Vox, though, he is going to get shot out by Spark King. And, well, I don't know if they can really go for the res on him, but they've been taking a lot of damage. And, I mean, Rock has been involved with a lot of stuff early in this game. So, trying to go for the res, it's still probably going to just pop him into a car and get the heck out of there. I think that's a fair call. Yeah, as long as he doesn't get put into the driver's seat, which has happened multiple times. Shots come out, but it's going to be fine, and they're just going to go ahead and back off of here. As we do go south, and Duel are in a beautiful spot here. As a lot of other teams do have to figure out where they go next. Fana, oh, right, because his team's over there. Well, he's going to get the scrappings, the pickings, and hopefully he can get some meds before damage is really done. Flood trying to get out of there, but, I mean, should be safe. I mean, yeah, they're not going to press too hard for it. And Liquid, they're opting to go on the southeast of this, as 4-0 is already there, and Bestia has 2 members. So Alo, he's going to be going first, and oh my god. Well, King of the Hill, he's taking some shots, but has to be careful because some other members are taking shots over at him. And they've actually kind of split 4-0. But Cowboy is going to find Murillo. Good shots to P90, so we're expecting it. And actually, Cowboy... Ooh, is he going to find him again? Goes for the tire. Good shots as Infinite. He's in a rough spot as the drive-by from Purdy Curdy. Luke is actually going to be the one who takes him down. Should be some easy flushes for them. As what the heck? New Gen All-Stars crashes on to No Way, and they take down 2 of them, which is a great pickup for them, as well as a good spot inside zone. Duel have spread out in their 2-2 split as well. Caution or Caution? Cashin. I'm going to call him Cashin. It's working. If anyone has any information on how to pronounce people's names and I got it wrong, please let me know. Other than that, I'll just call him what I think. But Rock takes some shots over at Nizera. And AKA do have to deal with wolves. As they're trying to scout out, because this is a very interesting shift that not a lot of people have seen before. And I think Cashin is going to try to get the reses, which I think is a fair call. Peru opting to go inside of the blue, and Nizera, he does have to be very careful because he is in a bad spot and all of the rock birds are around, staring at his torso. Ooh, well, I mean, there's no way he's not dead. RBN. Ooh, all right. A nice tire takeout by him. He's trying to get out of Furia's way. But, I mean, he should just be dead here. He's trying to get a little bit safer, which makes sense. Never mind. Just opts to get out of there. Just doesn't want any of the smoke. Peru have made their way in, and okay. It's actually going to be Furia who finds them. But Lip does go down to Flood's shots. Nizera flushed away as well. And H-Win coming back to his boys. And how did he get flushed? I didn't see that. AKA just taking some shots, but I want to get in a little bit closer. Liquid trying their best to find a nice little spot on that hill. It's a lot of information, but very difficult in order to take control of. So if they can do it, and if they can hold it, it's a great spot for them. If not, best not to talk about it. Well, circle does shift, and it goes straight towards Liquid. Kind of what we were expecting. But I guess it does have to hard shift, so it's probably going to be over here. But yeah, like I said, this is relatively... Oh, Toyo and Furia, they're going to be right by each other. Capitan takes a couple of shots, but surprised. I'm amazed that they didn't get a knock there, honestly. Players of their caliber, you're totally expecting them to get some knocks right there. Alrighty, where do we go? Furia trying to find a new home. There's a lot more to play, especially with all of those pickaxes, but do any of them have pickaxes? They're going to go for this little spot, and, well, Benya goes ahead and finds one. That's going to be an immediate flush, and DraftKing is going to get run over by his own teammate. And, well, on the other side of things, we do have New Gen All-Stars going to go ahead and lose one. There's Danshin trying to hold. Little Gladiators there, and he's on the balcony. Going to find an immediate flush onto Shimboy. And, well, that's 2 down. Now it's a 2v2, and they are not playing together. Oh, Finna, he should be taken down here, and he does indeed get taken down. As Punage is now the last one up for New Gen All-Stars. But that is a great nade coming out from him. As now he's going to make it a 1v1. Bessie and Furia continue along their aggressive ways towards each other. But now Bolivia just getting picked apart by both Toyo and Duel, combining to take them down. AKA gets eliminated by Choppy. Toyo on 2 kills. As Duel just have the 1. Slabby gets shot at. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. Well, Copenhagen Wolves, I heard some shots over here. Vox is actually going to get knocked by LFP, immediately flushed out as well. And I don't think he's going to get res. Too much is happening, but injected. They have to deal with 2 teams that are pushing onto them. Flood with an M249, and actually Bestia is going to find and eliminate Furia. As the Snakers doing a lot of damage. Blind Simplicity immediately gets a flush in again as well. And below them, they still have the last 2 remaining members. They could take some shots, but opt to not. Peru, they have 1 member taken down. And they just back away from this one. No way. You got a shotgun kill. That's amazing. All right. Godlike Esports on to Liquid. Cowboy with the P90. There's a lot going on here, and Purdy Curdy is going to find Haven immediately, but Purdy Curdy gets immediately traded out. The nade is good. It's right on the beautiful side. Cowboy gets him down. 2 up, but a Panzerfaust is going to be rough to deal with. Tony just peeking on over this. They know exactly what's happening, but Peru's also here. Halo, Cowboy, Pretty Curdy, or Luke 12, all trying to figure out what to do. LP actually gets driven down by Alva. Well, Alva goes down, and it's actually Tony, so they're helping out Liquid a little bit, but, well, never mind. Fana finds the last one on to Peru. And now in a 3v2, Liquid have had a rough set of games so far. They have 6 kills, which is way better than their previous games. I can easily say that. But Cowboy is just on a balcony trying to get some information. Fana and Tony on the backside of this compound. And Liquid, are they going to be aggressive? Are they going to try to push out? Zone is nowhere near them. Liquid actually backed off of this a lot more than I expected. 1 knock, 1 good engagement could be beautiful for Liquid from here. Godlike are in borrowed time. And speaking of borrowed time, Rock is going to be right next to Wooly, and he does have a Panzerfaust. And he's going to try to get Sparking. They can't see him behind it. I think Sparking might have TPP'd him, so he should know, but Wooly's in a rough spot right here. A good nade, and RBN is going to find him in that. Well, he's going to find a trade at least, and now the rest of Duel trying to save their IGL. Penta going to find one, and that is Rock eliminated in a flash, in a blink of an eye, as Liquid have just bypassed everyone, and now Wooly needs to get res. 5 kills on the side of Duel. A solid game from them so far. Liquid finding a spot inside zone, but now can they hold it? That is the big question. But now 4-0, and Godlike Esports trading shots, trading fire. But Pippa gonna go ahead and find the knock on the Luke 12 as they push up this hill, this improbable, impossible, impassable hill. And Caution is gonna find Tony. Fana now in a 1v2 against the rest of 4-0. Nades coming in, trying to get the angles, trying to find something, trying to work for them. And Penta's actually gonna re-knock Wooly, which is not what you want. Kickstart though is gonna go ahead and find Kane with a good headshot, and now Duel are down to 2 immediately. Well, Godlike go down. It is Gamu. Actually, it's Caution who finds him. Gamu, though, having to deal with Injected as one of them trying to pop away, but Punich is on the other side, taking some shots into it. But now Punich, ooh, destroyed, and Choppy picks up that kill. Not in a happy place, but they're in a little bit of safety. Kickstart, though, with a beautiful shot. And Sharpie's trying to get some damage, trying to get a knock. He cannot do so as Wooly and Sharp. And now the dynamic duo. We've seen them time and time again. Watch them stream over at both of their channels. Go ahead and give them a follow. Just FYI, they're both on Twitch. Gotta give them a shout out. Duel does go down, but it is unfortunate for them. 6 points. Not too shabby for them. See, there's a part of me wishes that No Way was up so I could say not too slabby for them. And it's a horrible joke. I like it. I love horrible jokes. Dude, that's a very interesting icon. The icon is so weird for the pickaxe. It like doesn't even match it. Well, Injected. That is unfortunate. Choppy is going to knock himself to his own deployable cover as Cashin, he throws a molly, and that's a pretty good molly. Choppy could get knocked. That's right on Syntax. And he is trying to go for a little bit of cover, but Cashin could just pop into here. And Cashin, I'm pretty sure, can spot him out. Well, now they do. Good shot coming out from him on the Choppy. And that is unfortunate. But Liquid, they do want to get aggressive onto this. They want to get some more kills. Again, it's been a rough night for them. And Cashin, well, he does get him. But now the next raid boss. Liquid is going to go ahead and find Cashin immediately. Not even trading damage as Gamu is now the last one up. And he has a little bit of a hole. And he is hoping that I don't know. Maybe he hopes that they're just going to pass him on by. Liquid have this little hole that they can play, but they do have to be careful because wolves are right below them. Oh, I guess it was a skin? Because that's what the pickaxe looks like. Huh. Or maybe he was showing it like in use now because they're using it right there. Right? Because he's just tunneling his way up. Ha! Talk about being in a hole. I mean, this is TPP. Like, this just makes the most sense. Why not do this if you have the time and the space? We're going to be seeing a lot of that, a lot more of that, I should say, because I know that things are relatively new, but I mean, that's going to be the play. Like, if you can go that deep with a pickaxe, just sit there, like, go early to a couple of spots, find yourself some ways, and it's going to be Gustav going down, fakes in, going to find Kickstart as well, and it's Falcons. Well, Shrimsy, and now it's just Tig. Immediately, this turns from okay to worst to eliminated, and Falcons go down. Toyo says thank you very much for the points as Liquid tries to do some damage on the backside of this, as Luke is trying to find out what he can spot, trying to get some more information, but has to be careful. Oh, no one's actually on that other hill. I thought they were. It's only two, but now Bestia, they are sending one over there, and, well, Alo goes down. Luke gonna go ahead and trade, and now it is just Cowboy, and, well, never mind. Toyo down, but so is Gamu, and you still have Bestia on the backside of this as Pippa trying to spot out where the rest is coming in, but so far unable to find it. A lot of smokes to look at. Doesn't know where Liquid are, but they don't know exactly what's going on. So Alo, he's flushed out Copenhagen Wolves. They are up to 3, and they have to deal with Bestia, and Bestia just have a ton of control. And I feel very sorry for Liquid here. Because, oh my gosh, never mind. I'm feeling sorry for Copenhagen Wolves as Cowboy is just doing work. He finds both Sneakers and H-Win. Now it is just Flood. And now Pippa and the rest of Bestia trying to get some of their own points onto this one. But Cowboy putting in the work for Liquid. He wants to get his points. 37 bullets out of mag. That's good enough for one engagement. But to deal with all of Bestia, it just seems impossible. Trying to get H-Win with that nade, but it's a little bit too far. The side looks like never mind. It's absolutely perfect. I should never doubt Cowboy because Cowboy is coming up clutch all the time. 37 bullets. It is just Flood in this smoke. And, well, now he's down to 32. Can't see anything, but it doesn't matter. Bestia is trying to third-party this where they can. Well, Cowboy is going to find him now in a 1v4. 22 bullets. There's no way this man can do it. But he's been putting in the work and got a lot more kills than he ever should have. But Bestia, they're going to go ahead and collapse onto this. He's going to go ahead and find one and knock. He doesn't get the second, but Cowboy, what an absolutely valiant effort. And honestly, Liquid, they have had a really rough day. So getting those 19